Hey Vivian, aren't you already done with work? Hurry up and go shopping and come back to cook. How long will you keep me waiting on an empty stomach? Sorry, Ashley. I got caught by a senior at the entrance. We were talking about work and it got late. But I'm on my way home now. You don't even know what it's like to be a wife, do you? As a wife, I expect you to do all the housework, not just preparing meals. I'm sorry, I'm still working full-time. I don't think I can do the housework you would want me to do. I really don't like it. I don't know what a wife is for when she lives so close. A wife is supposed to serve her mother-in-law and husband. But you only prioritize what you want. I don't prioritize my own pleasure. I work for a living. What's that? Are you trying to say that Will doesn't make enough money? No, that's not what I'm saying. Anyway, come over and start cooking. I'm going to collapse from hunger. And as punishment for being late, get one whole cake. A cake? Do you have a problem with that? No, I don't. I'll buy a whole cake and head over there right away. Hey Vivian, did you get home already? Yes, I just got home a few minutes ago. Your mother asked me to come over after work to make dinner, as soon as she found out you went on a business trip. I was so surprised. I'm really sorry. She's always picking on you when I'm not home. I wish I could have made it a one-day trip, but I had to have dinner with a client. It's your job, so it's okay. Besides, it's just an occasional thing, so don't worry about it. I have a job too and a house to take care of. I can't go to her place every day. And I'm sure she understands that. Well, I guess. I hope you're right. She always uses harsh words. I'm afraid she'll hurt your feelings. Well, it's true that her words are harsh. If you have any problems, just tell me right away, okay? I won't allow my mother to hurt you. I won't let that happen. Thanks, Will. I'm relieved to hear that. Vivian, you're being absent from work, aren't you? Well, as expected, you can't afford to work when you're going to give birth to triplets, can you? You're a housewife. You can take time off from work, but you can't take time off from housework. When will you come to do my house chores? Ashley, you're right. I can't do housework for two houses. I've been told that if I push myself too hard while being pregnant with triplets, I could go into preterm labor. I've said it before, haven't I? A wife is devoted to her mother-in-law. Even if you don't live with your mother-in-law, it's only natural that you come to do housework for her. How spoiled are you just because you're pregnant with triplets? I won't allow it. In the past, when I got pregnant or had a baby, I still did the same work at home. That's true, but it wasn't triplets, was it? How many babies you're having doesn't matter. Anyway, come to my house now and get your chores done. Hey, can we talk? Yeah, sure. I got off work today without working overtime. I was just getting ready for dinner. It's about Ashley. Did she do something to you again? You told her that I'm back with my parents, right? Of course I've told her. She would definitely object to let you give birth close to your parents. So I told her we made the decision considering my transfer and the burden on you who has to give birth to triplets. That's all I told her. And did she understand that? Her reply was a light yes. But is there something wrong? Maybe she forgot what you told her. Or maybe she's pretending she didn't hear. What do you mean? I'll send you a text from her right now. Hold on. What the heck? It's a 3-hour drive from your parents' house. What is she thinking to tell you to come do the house chores? Does she know where my parents' house is? No, she doesn't know where it is, but she knows it takes about 3 hours. She's always telling me to do chores when you're away. That's what I was worried about when I went back to my parents' home due to your transfer. I wonder if it's having any effect on her. It can't be, can it? But it sounds like that's what's happening. I'll talk to her again. Yeah, I'd appreciate it if you could. By the way, if you get a text from my mom in the future, you don't have to reply. Just let me know what it's about and don't reply to her. I understand. I never thought that as soon as I was transferred, she would start picking on you right away. I really wish she'd give you a break. I'm sorry she's always making you feel bad. It's okay since you understand my feelings. Let's talk to John as well. Your brother? Yeah. Mom and he haven't been in touch much since he's been away, but we have each other's WhatsApp account. Is that so? Yup. But we don't talk that often because we're brothers. He is the eldest son, so he moved in with her after he got married. He left there after about a month. After that, we kind of stopped talking. Yeah, I kind of heard about that. I was a student at the time, so I wasn't really interested. Maybe something happened with my mom. I don't know. Maybe she was picking on his wife or something? That's a good possibility. If that's the reason he had to leave the house and break off the relationship, it seems to make sense. I guess so. I wonder if he has any contact with her at all. I don't think so. I'm the only one who has contact info. He doesn't even share his contact information with my mom. So I thought it must have been something serious. If you can, why don't you talk to him in detail? Maybe we can find a way out of this. I'll try. I'm planning to be back from my job by the time the babies are born. I want to make sure you won't have a hard time until then. Give my regards to your parents too. Yeah, thanks. Hey, Will, you talked to your mother. Thank you. Of course I warned her. I made sure she would do nothing to you while you're pregnant. So, how's it going since then? Well, it's hard to tell you, but the morning after you warned her, I got a very angry text. Seriously? Why did you tell Will? You made me get scolded so bad. I was told not to let you do any of my housework since you're pregnant. You are my son's wife, and I will not allow you to do that. She told me to arrive early in the morning and start doing the housework for her. Oh my. I feel like she's getting more and more powerful. Yeah. I wonder if your warning made it worse. I'm sorry for making you feel bad.
What are you talking about? I'm your husband, and I want to take care of you.
Yes, but
I've been in touch with my brother since then. I asked him why he left her house and broke off the relationship. He said he left because he was fed up with the way she treats his wife.
I see.
But many years have passed since then. He didn't want to give us the wrong idea, so he didn't tell us anything. Without realizing his concern, she is repeating the same thing over and over again with you. Anyway, we have to do something about it.
I just want to live peacefully until the babies are born.
She doesn't know where your parents live, right?
I don't think so.
It would be bad if she knew. I don't know what she would do.
I know. But I have my parents with me. I'll be fine. We'll manage. But more than that, I need you to think about what happens after the triplets are born. We can't just leave it like this, you know?
Right.
Of course I'll think about it, but we'll talk about it and decide.
Yeah, let's talk about it. That woman, I'm sure she doesn't care whether you give birth to triplets or not. I'll figure out a way. Anyway, until my transfer is over, please take care of yourself. I'm sorry about all of this.
I understand.
Vivian, Will just told me. I heard you gave birth safely. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ashley.
But just because you gave birth doesn't change anything, you know?
What?
Having babies doesn't change the fact that you're my daughter-in-law. Now come over here and do the housework for me. Cleaning, laundry, washing windows, mopping floors, waxing, cooking, etc. I've got a pile of work for you to do. It's all because you've been slacking off.
Ashley, I gave birth to triplets, unlike the others.
So?
And I'm still in the process of recovering. I'm so busy taking care of the three of them that I don't have time to do anything. Wouldn't you understand how it is since you are a mother as well?
What are you talking about? If you have triplets, are you really that great? Just because you had triplets, are you saying you don't have to do housework and leave your mother-in-law alone?
What?
Don't skip housework just because you had triplets yesterday. Come to my house within an hour, okay?
Okay, but...
What? How much longer are you going to keep complaining? Just get here. Hey, Vivian. Will just came to my house. What's this all about?
He went home to your house. He finished his transfer period without a problem, and today is the day we move out.
Does that mean you guys are moving in with us? Are you coming later? It's a big move. About 10 relatives came.
I'm not going there. But I felt like there was a lot of housework that needed to be done. So why don't you just get it done? I'm sure you'll feel better.
That's true, but I don't like it when so many people come rushing in here.
Ashley, please don't be shy. Instead of my continuous neglect of housework, they're all helping you out. My body is still not in its proper condition, so please have your relatives do the chores for you.
I told you to do your chores. You don't have to take such good care of yourself. Do something about it.
Please, be my guest.
Vivian, what the heck is going on? After they cleaned my house, All the furnitures have been moved out.
I see. That's a great way to clear out the house. That's what you wanted, right?
That's not what I wanted. I heard that a lot of my relatives were here because I was moving out. So they brought me to a place deep in the mountains where my relatives live. What does this mean? You know something, don't you? Explain it to me.
Oh, I'll let Will take over.
Huh? Mom, it's me. How does it feel to step into a place full of nature? Will, what are you thinking? You want me to live here? That's where all my uncles and aunts are. It'll be reassuring for you from now on, won't it? Huh? What are you talking about? Are you saying I have to live here? Yeah, that's right. Don't you see how this happened? What? How did it happen? Do you really not get it? What? Say it so I can understand. You're a wife bully. A wife bully? When have I ever bullied? Oh, you don't even realize it. John left your house before because you were bullying his wife. They even broke off the relationship with you, but you don't feel guilty about it. Huh? It's natural for a wife to serve her mother-in-law, isn't it? I've been devoted to my mother-in-law too. But John's wife didn't want to do that at all, so I just guided her. Don't call me a wife bully. Is that what you think? You think that was a proper way to educate your daughters-in-law? Of course it was. It's nothing more than that. What's with a wife bully? Don't be silly. Well, if that's what you think, I'll go the same way as John. What? What do you mean? I've decided to move out as soon as I get back because my transfer is over. Moving? Because if I stay near you, you'll keep picking on Vivian, right? She is raising a family for the first time, and suddenly she's the mother of 3 kids. You know how hard it is. I can't make her endure any more bullying by you. I am not bullying her. I have only treated her normally as a mother-in-law. Do you think you've treated John's wife normally and they'll leave your house like that? They even broke up with you, and now you have no communication with them at all, do you? What do you think about that? That's... I don't want you to hurt Vivian like you did to his wife. That's why we decided to move out. You just go live with the aunts and uncles while they educate you. Huh? Uncles and aunts know why John left your home. They also know what Vivian went through. They told me not to worry, that they would re-educate you. That's why they helped us move. I'll leave you to the relatives. Oh no! Why are you doing this to me? You didn't ask me for any advice. You were using Vivian this whole time without telling me about it. And you only did it when I wasn't around. I don't like the way you do it. I don't even want to see you or talk to you. I want you to go back to the mountains. Will, how dare you talk to your mother like that? I won't allow it.
Ashley, that's what happened.
It was you, wasn't it? If you hadn't said those things to Will, none of this would have happened. I'll never forgive you.
Will talked to John.
What?
When he found out that John left for the same reason, they spent a lot of time talking about the future.
Those two talked about it?
He said he couldn't say anything because he had left home. But he told us that he doesn't think it's a bad idea for us to leave you. Because now, John and his wife are doing just fine.
That child said such a thing?
Hearing those words and with John's support, Will made up his mind. I myself am raising 3 children. I thought it would be impossible for me to go to your house and do housework while raising 3 children.
It's because you wives are like that I had to be brought deep into the mountains. What am I going to do with my life from now on?
Wherever you live, I'm sure it's up to you to make your life enjoyable enough. My relatives are all very warm. I think you will realize what you have done.
Huh? What a cheeky thing for you to say. Now do something about it. If you persuade Will, you can do something about it, can't you? Convince him now so that I can return to my former home.
I'm afraid I must decline.
Huh? You really are a useless wife.
And Will seems to have forgotten to mention this. In the near future, Will be taking my maiden name.
Are you serious?
So we will be strangers, won't we?
Break up with Will too?
Yes, because he wants to have nothing to do with you. So he would take my parents' last name. So we are no longer related to you.
How can you do such a terrible thing?
No. How can you do such a terrible thing? I am not confident enough to take care of my triplets and do the housework at your house for you. I am grateful that Will was able to understand my feelings.
How could you abandon your husband's mother? Before you thank Will, you should thank me. If I had not given birth to Will, you would never have met him. And to break off the relationship is insane.
Say what you want. Will and I have come to this conclusion after a long talk, and it will not change. I will never see you again. I don't think I'll ever let the triplets see you again.
Oh no! I will be abandoned by my own family?
That's what it's going to be like. From now on, please live in harmony with your relatives. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Wait a minute! Vivian! Please listen to me!
Even though Will was disgusted by his own mother's bullying, he seemed to be depressed by the fact that he had to break off the relationship with her. But taking care of triplets was much harder than we had imagined. Will is now back to his cheerful self. I am grateful that we are now living happily as a family. Oh yes, I see John and his family now and then. On the other hand, Ashley still has her pride even living deep in the mountains. She was calling everyone dirty neck and doesn't want to be around people in the neighborhood. She was finally abandoned by the people around her and her relatives. She will have to live alone for the rest of her life. It's none of our business anymore, so if that's what she wants to do, that's fine with us.